we finally got a podcast from Draymond Green. It's been months. A lot of months. But it happens to not be the podcast that everyone was hoping for. The one that we've been waiting with bated breath to listen to. What we wanted was Draymond Green right after he punched Jordan Poole. I want him directly from the practice facility to his computer. And I want him to record why he did it. What happened? What was the circumstances around it? What's going to happen next? He recorded it right after the incident, but he decided not to release it. So listen to this in terms of why.
That also coincided with what we all know the incident to be at the beginning of the season with myself and a teammate, Jordan. And quite frankly, if I'm being 100% honest, Jackson and I, we recorded an episode right after. And I know everyone was looking for it. Everyone wanted to hear it. And quite frankly, I wanted to allow you the chance to hear what I had to say. I wanted to allow you the chance to kind of take a trip in my mind and just maybe understand more. And when we recorded the episode, I hated the way I sounded.
Really?
And so
why?
We simply just didn't release it. I didn't like my tone. I didn't like the things I said. I didn't like the way it came out. I didn't like it almost, if you're not careful, it almost comes off as unremorseful and distasteful, 100% distasteful, but also fast. And what do I mean by fast? Quite frankly, I'm not big into saying things or doing things and then run into my show because it's going to get more ratings. Like, I don't really like that game. That's the old media. I don't play that game. I'm not very interested in that. I think there's a time to speak. And, if the opportunity is there, I'm going to speak. I'm never going to shy away from a topic. But the thing that I had to take into consideration with that is, number one, someone else was affected. And not only one person was affected, but multiple people. However many you want, whatever
Millions.
word you want to use to describe the amount of people were affected. And so it wasn't something that just affected me. And so when you do something that affects someone else, you can't just take yourself into consideration, how you may feel, how it may benefit you, all of those things.
So, back up. So, Draymond recorded a podcast right after punching Jordan Poole. He was about to put it out, did not like the tone of it, didn't like what he said, how it came off, and felt that it was 100% distasteful. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I want to hear it even more now. I think this is my new white whale of content. One time I looked for a record, looked for it for months and months and months. Finally found it. Jazz record. And now I need to find the lost tapes of Draymond Green. I must. I have to. I am 100% sure that at some point we will get a bootleg copy from Jackson, most likely, selling it on eBay. And there'll probably be an NFT attached to it. And we'll be passing them back and forth at Summer League like the mixtapes back in the day. Like, this is the new lost tapes of Draymond Green. Like, we need to know what he said. I can tell it's like, listen, I'm not trying to place blame on Jordan in any way because that would be horrible. That's not me. I have to take responsibility as the grown man that I am. But listen to what he said about me. And you tell me whether you would punch him. And you're like, wait, hold up. You just did that whole preamble to then put us, or, hey, there's just some things you just don't say. on a practice court to your teammates. And when you step over that line, I just felt in that moment I needed to knock him the fuck out. And you know what? He got knocked the fuck out, and maybe he won't say those things anymore. I gotta hear what he said. Like, what did he say? How distasteful could we get? Like, would we get a, like, I would do it again. If he said that to me again, I'd do it again. Did anyone ever ask him that? Hey, if he said those things to you again, would you think you would hit him again? Because I need to know. Does anyone have a hookup on this podcast tape? I need it. Like, drop me a note. You can find me anywhere on social. Find me.